Greetings, Earthlings. This is Tamasha, and welcome. Today is Thursday, and normally I would be doing these videos in my kitchen, but I'm having major technical difficulties with my phone. Here it is. Just had to throw that across the room. Literally, I've tried to get this video done like 5 times. So, here we are, back to the old school way. Laptop. Anyway, thank you for joining me. And before I keep going, make sure you subscribe to my channel, Mother Earth's Healing. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, and Pinterest, Mother Earth's Healing. And I actually have a new business that I just started, Jade's Crystal Cauldron. You'll hear more about that very soon when you see more of my crystal elixirs and stuff like that pertaining to the crystals. Anyway, today is Thursday, one of my favorite days because I love to talk about herbs on Thursday. Herb Day Thursday. It's so funny because some people, when they hear the word herbs, they either think weed or something like Italian seasoning, thyme or oregano. Today, we're not talking about the Mary Jane. I got in the Uber car the other day with my friend, and we were on our way to the herb store. I went and bought a bunch of bulk herbs because I have some great products coming for you that will help you. Have a lot of people complaining about different ailments, so I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But we're on the week of the heart chakra, and I was on my way to the herb store to try and find some herbs, and unfortunately I couldn't find one of them, but the Uber driver asked me, "Where are you going?" And I'm like, "I'm on my way to the herb store." And there was like a chuckle from one of the passengers in the back seat, because I always do Uber pool. I don't mind. And it's cheaper. And I'm thinking, no, really, today I am actually going to the herb store. Not that herb store. That's for that's for a different day. Anyway, so the heart chakra are the herbs that we're going to focus on first. The best herb that it's not really an herb. I mean, I guess if you use the leaves, it would be considered an herb, but it's the best thing that I found to be the #1 remedy for heart health is called Hawthorn. It's a little berry, and it's red like cranberries. It actually looks a lot like cranberries, and it's really good for people who have arrhythmia or who have enlarged hearts. If you know anyone who suffers from congestive heart failure or have a deteriorated heart, hawthorn is the best thing for them to consume. It helps to strengthen the heart, the muscles, everything around it. It's a great thing for the heart. The second best thing for the heart, believe it or not, is marjoram. How many of you don't have that somewhere in the kitchen? Probably in the back of the cupboard. How often do you use marjoram in your cooking? Well, marjoram is a really good spice, herb, same thing, I guess, to use for heart circulation. So that's really good for someone who has arteriosclerosis, the thing where the veins are kind of thinning, there's clogs and stuff like that up in there. To get that going, to get a good circulation going, the best thing to use is marjoram for that. Another excellent thing to use for the heart is garlic. Garlic is, as you know, an overall, it's like a powerful healer, anti-everything. It's a superfood, really. But one thing, garlic is called stinking rose if you're in the culinary industry. But one thing that you'll notice about people that eat a lot of garlic, especially Asian people, is that they have very low blood pressure and excellent cholesterol. They can actually brag about it. It's just customary that because they consume a lot of garlic. Garlic is used to ward off all kinds of stuff. Even the National Cancer Institute is looking into using garlic more. Like, how late are they? Anyway, they're looking into using garlic more because they noticed that it helps to fight off certain cancers like colon cancer and stomach cancer. So just keep in mind, don't sleep on garlic. That's how powerful it is. Even if you buy the tablet form, something is better than nothing. The odorless version, it's been stepped on a lot to take the odor out. So, I mean, you use that at your own discretion. I recommend using the real deal whenever you can. Another thing that's great for the heart is rose hips or rose petals, and or like rose essential oil or something like that. You can literally boil these things, even rose petals, put them in some water, boil them like you would any other, steep them like you would any other tea, and sweeten it however you want or not. But rose hips is another thing that you can use. This is just literally like the hip of the rose, the seed, the little part that usually gets thrown in the trash. That's what rose hips are for. And you can boil these just like you would, I guess, a root or a stem or something like that. You can boil rose hips. So those are really good for the heart because they help. They're high in antioxidants and flavonoids, and those are something else that help to regulate your blood pressure and your cholesterol. So those are some of the main things you should consider when you are working on your heart chakra the rest of this week. And don't forget the heart chakra, the color represented is green. So anything green, green leafy veggies, excellent for the heart. Wheatgrass, number one thing you could do for your heart and just overall health. It literally is like eating the sun. So I wanted to dive more into herbs because I have some herbal blends coming up for a little bit of everything. You know, I've been getting a lot of complaints from people, from a lot of my female clients and customers about menopausal issues or lack of sex drive issues. So because of these complaints, I've developed a tea blend, and in there is damiana and safflower. Those are the two main herbs to help aid in libido, but those are also excellent for women who are going through menopause. So there's something else in there called saw palmetto. That's really good for helping women with menopause. And there's another one called not white willow bark. The name is escaping me, but I've created some blends for you ladies who are suffering from black cohosh. That is what's in there. So that's one that I've developed for the ladies for either low libido or if you're dealing with hot flashes and stuff like that. This will be the one for you. Keep on the lookout. It's coming soon. Another one I developed is something for people with anxiety or people who can't sleep. There's an herb, there's lavender in there, there's chamomile in there, there is yarrow, which is all really good to help you sleep. The main ingredient that I love that's in there is called valerian. It's a root. It's really, really thick. It's one of those things that you can boil more than once and get benefits from it. And it smells like ish. Literally, it smells awful. You'll know it. Once you smell it, you'll know it anytime you smell it again. There's no denying it. But it's called valerian. You've probably seen it in capsule form. This is really, really good to help you sleep. It quietens your mind. It doesn't only help you sleep, but it stops the thoughts that are flowing through your mind. So those are a couple of blends that I have coming soon. Check out my Etsy store, motherherbshealing.etsy.com, and hit me up. Let me know if there are any other issues that you're dealing with that you may want me to do some research on. I have quite a few blends coming. I have a vitamin drop tinctures coming. I bought quite a few things to help quite a few people. This one is white willow bark. This is literally the herbal version of aspirin. It's literally a bark. Looks like wood chips of some sort, but that's what this is. I've had a lot of people complain about arthritis and stuff like that, so I'm getting ready to create some tinctures using that. And I have had people coming to me wanting to know if I can create something to help their hair grow or to help the hair on the head be healthy and shiny. So I have some horsetail. I don't know if you've heard of the shampoo, I think it is, or conditioner. I've never used it, but I've seen it, mane and tail. Well, horsetail is the herb that they use to make that. So lots of fun things coming up. The difference really quickly in the things that you can do with herbs. You see these? These are barks. I don't know if you can see that. These right here, the bark, you can double boil. So for or root, I'm sorry, the root. So I have dandelion roots. Getting ready to create a blood purifier for people who just, want to detox and get told. This is for someone who's at the beginning of a detox journey and ready to change their overall eating habits. I'm creating a detox tincture And so I use dandelion root. It's a diuretic. This is something you can boil more than once. What else do we have here? Lavender, another thing that you can use that you don't have to boil. With lavender, you can steep this just like you would a leaf. For example, here is something called uva ursi. Uva ursi is really good for bladder health. I have a friend who keeps complaining about having bladder infections. All she has to do is boil some water and steep a teaspoon of this or 2 teaspoons of this in tea in there every day for a couple weeks. It does wonders. So just a couple of ideas of different things that you can do to heal yourself. You know, herbs also come in powder form. This is saw palmetto. This is the one that I've added to the tincture or to the blend for the women because this is really good at helping to get rid of hot flashes for women who are suffering from menopause. So motherearthshealing.etsy.com. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook. Like I said, we're everywhere. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I know that it was a little longer than usual, but I just don't want you to forget about the power of herbs and how you have the ability to use them to heal yourself just by doing a little bit of research. So thank you. I will catch you next time. Bye.